Hello everybody, this is your boy, the Almighty Green Town. I'm coming to you with a video which premiered to yesterday's game. The Eagles won the game. I am thrilled. Don't never mind my look, y'all. My hair is kind of like all over the place, but anyway, the Eagles won the game, y'all, 35-10. I am completely thrilled. The Eagles had a complete overall game. Even special teams this time was pretty good. We've been complaining about special teams for the past several weeks now. And I'm gonna talk about that later in the video, but I'm gonna go ahead and get to all the statistics, and I'm gonna go ahead and explain as I go along. Hurts had 380 yards passing off 29 of 39 attempts and conversions, 3 touchdown scores, and he had a 130.3 passer rating, which is astonishing. The guy continues to evolve in his offense. He's doing the things that he's supposed to do. He's doing the things that a lot of people had questions about, and he's finally doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? He's the Eagle franchise quarterback. The guy's on pace for over 3,000 yard pass. He's closing in on it as we speak. And this is the second 300-yard passing game he had this season. And dating back to last season, he also, I think he had like 1 or 2 300-yard passing game last season. And yet this year, the second one he had this year. You know what I'm saying? The Titans came in as one of the premier run-stuffing defenses. And I must admit, they did a pretty good job at that, but they had Hurts was able to stand in the pocket and survey the field and get the ball out. If you guys hear the noise in the background, because I'm at work and people going back and forth with all these forklifts and lifts as we currently speak. So, and then doors being let up. But anyway, that's what's happening now. Also, but Minshew had 1 of 2 for 11 yards, which is nothing, you know what I'm saying? And so the rushing, Miles Sanders had 10 carries for 24 yards. He had 1 score. Boston Scott, 6 carries for 16 yards, no score. Gainwell, 3 carries for 15 yards, no score. Hurts had 5 carries for 12 yards and 1 score. That was the only, that was the 1 or 2 scores on the ground that the Eagles were able to do. Because like I said, Titans came in being a premier run stuffer in the NFL, and so far that was the case. So it wasn't many yards rushed, but overall yards combined, along with Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith, who had 1 for 5 yards. That's like 40-some yards rushing off 30-some attempts overall. Receiving, A.J. Brown, what more can you say? After 2 bad games against the Colts and the Washington Commanders, which is still a lame name, he rebounded real well in today's game. In yesterday's game, he had 8 receptions for 119 yards, 40 was his long, 2 scores. Devontae Smith broke it out with 5, with 102 yards, 84 was his longest, 1 score. Jack Stowe, 3 for 41. Kenny Gainwell, 3 for 38. Quez Watkins, 5 for 37. Katera, 1 for 19. Zach Pascal, 2 for 16. Miles Sanders, 2 for 14, and Boston Scott, 1 for 5. So the passing game was actually pretty good. The Eagles was able to get over 200 yards in receiving yards in yesterday's game against Tennessee Titans, who were vulnerable against the pass, but damn good against the run. The defense, wow, let's get to it. T.J. Edwards, 6 total tackles, 2 assists. Kobe Dean got on the field for the first time all season, but he came in on as a backup. He had 5 tackles and 1 assist. Kazir White, before his injury, had 5 tackles, 2 assists. Josh Sweat, wow, 4 tackles, 2 assists, 2 sacks. Blankenship continues to do real well in the defense. In the place of Gardner, he had 3 tackles, no assists, no sacks. Javon Hargrove, 3 tackles, 1 assist, 1 sack. Ellis had 3 tackles. Ndamukong Suh had 3 tackles, 1 assist. Darius Slay had 2 tackles, 1 assist. Bradbury had 2 tackles. Graham had 2 tackles, 1 assist, 1 sack. Hakeem Reddick, 2 and 2, 1 sack. Mike Epps, 2 tackles, no assists, 1 sack. Jazir Scott, 2 tackles. Lanier Joseph, 2 tackles, 2 assists. Fletcher Cox had two tackles, 1 assist, 1 sack. Mike Williams, 1 tackle, 1 assist. Kavon Wallace, 1 tackle. McPherson, 1 tackle. And Shazir, I think that's his name, I think I'm pronouncing it right. He had 1 tackle, 1 assist. So overall, the Eagles had 1, 2, 3, 4. The Eagles had 6 sacks, which is the most they've had in one game all year. I think the most sacks, I think we had like, no, you know what? The sack against Carson Wentz, we had 9 sacks. So this only 6 sacks. This is close to the amount that we had against the Washington Commanders several weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So I've forgotten the Washington Commanders game, we had 9 sacks. And this one here we had 6 sacks, which is still not bad. That's 3 sacks away from the Washington Commanders game we had many weeks ago. Now, the special teams. Oh my God, really? Special teams. Boston Scott had 2 returns for 37 yards, and punt return Brian Covey. Now this is the guy who always get 10, 15, or 20 yards on punt returns. This time he had 6 returns for 105 yards. That's the type of production that we've been looking for out of him all season long. It's like when he would punt return or kick return, it was like he didn't know exactly where to go. Looked like he's now beginning to follow his blocks to get like 35 or 40 yards up the field. And this is what he's done in these 6 returns. He been getting like 25 yards, 30 yards. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of production on special teams that we've been asking for all season long. If he continues to do this, the Eagles' playoff hopes of winning the Super Bowl would be spectacular. Going to the playoffs, because special teams can be detrimental to any team in the playoffs if you don't have a good punt return or kick returner. So if they continue to do this, have Boston Scott on kick returns and have Covey on punt returns, the Eagles' special team unit will be damn good. It will be good going into the playoffs. So now, this has been a great game the Eagles have had to play, because the Titans came in ranked as a top 5 ranked rushing team, top 5 ranked rushing defense in the NFL, and they also came in top 5 ranked as a rushing football team in the NFL as well. The Eagles were able to contain, forget the boy name, they running back. I can't think of his name off the back. I'll think of it as I go on the video. But anyway, we were able to contain the run. That boy ain't had nowhere to run the football. I think the longest yard he had might have been like 5 or 6 yards. It's like every time he run the ball up the middle or on the side, we were able to contain him. Because you know because he is one of the biggest, fastest backs in the NFL, like a lot of teams have been saying about him all year. The Titans are 7. They were 7-4. They're 7-5 now, but that's still a good productive record, because they still capable of making the playoff this year. So, Titans was a pretty good team. They won the best team that we played all season. We got more to go. Our next game now get the New York Giants on the road. We got 3 road games. We got the New York Giants on the road. We got Chicago on the road, and we got who else? We got Chicago, Giants, and another team on the road. We got 3 road teams. We got to play all 3 until we finally get our last 2 games are going to be home games, and I can't really wait for those to actually go down. So we're gonna see how that goes. But overall, I am completely thrilled. We are 11-1. That one loss, like a lot of companies were saying yesterday, that one loss against the Washington Commanders, that's a game we should not have lost, but we lost anyway. So now that's out the window. The Eagles have won 3 of the last 4 games, and that's what that's what it's looking up as now. So I'm proud of this football team. I ain't got no more complaints. We're doing our thing. We're trying to get the number. We're trying to secure the #1 seed. You know what I'm saying? The Washington Commanders and the Giants played yesterday, and they both tied the game. They both 7-5-1. They tied the game yesterday. So I told y'all guys many times before, I don't like ties, because the ties can work for you and they can work against you. So both teams are playoff bound. The Giants are to make the playoff, and so is the Washington Commanders. Both teams are vying for the playoffs. So and then we got the Vikings, who only got 2 losses. The Vikings got to lose. For the Eagles to secure a playoff spot, the Vikings have to lose. So I'm hoping that the Vikings lose their next game, but we see how that goes. We can only worry about our team and be concerned with our team on. We can't worry about nobody else's. What happens, happens. So, without any further ado, give me a comment, like, share, subscribe in the video. Wow, 11-1. Again, give me a thumbs up. This is your boy, the Almighty Green Talents. As you can see, I'm at work this time as usual. Like I said, give me a thumbs up, Eagles Nation. Again, I'm signing off. You guys enjoy your Monday, because this week is gonna be a bad week for me. We got people coming in from the Memphis government. They supposed to be making these holiday baskets for the city of Memphis, and personally, I don't like it, because they are in our area, you know what I'm saying, and take up most of our space that we have to work. So it's just one of those things that I really hate to see every year, you know, and I hope that this is the last time they actually come here. But I doubt it very seriously, because it's all about money in this decade in time. So anyway, I don't want to talk more about that. That's work. I'm just glad the Eagles won. We 11-1. The Eagles won. The Tennessee Titans 35-10. You guys enjoy your week. I'm gonna enjoy mine, and I can't wait to make or hear more reports on my other Eagles content creators, and they're gonna be talking about the Giants game coming up, because the Giants are 7-5-1. So going forward, we'll see how that works. Again, this is your boy, the Almighty Green Talent, signing off. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up, notification bell on top, so when I make a video coming direct from me to you for your enjoying pleasure, and the thumbs up make my content gets out there. Again, you guys have a good day. Light trying to get to go out on me, so I guess that's a sign. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.